Namaste. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, yes. There's a little cot over there. Is that my breath? Hey, hey. No? Okay. If I do a really warm. Interesting. So there's this little cubby hole I heard very clearly last night. Sit on the ground, not on the cot over here. There's a cot over here. I don't think hardly anybody ever uses it, at least the entire period where there was a lot of folks here before they started clearing out. They never, I know there were a couple of them like, oh, you go way back in there. And so, yeah, I was using the cot for a little while. I'm a ground sitter. I'm an earthing person. So, this little kid here. But I heard after my other meditation last night, I was sitting there, or I was, in that little zone spot after my Ananda Mandala. And because there's no one, there hasn't been anybody here, the lights have been off for a majority of the time, well, except for the 3 times I come in here. But I only came in twice yesterday. The chief and I climbed the mountain and got all the way to the top and went over the ridge. Oh, wow. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. And then I soaked in the water. I filled the bathtub up. Half partial radon, the radon mine water, and partial hot water, and soaked. So soaked quite a bit long time. Let's just say I had the wrinkle effect going on, but it felt so good. So that was my second session. I've done that a couple of times. And then the Ananda Mandala, but I heard clearly, go back in that cubby hole. There's no reason not to. And yeah. But with the lights off, it doesn't take the radon out so much. The lights tend to lower the radon levels. So the only time the lights are on right now is when I'm in here. And as you can tell, it's just enough to say, hey, there's somebody in here. But the owner saw me as I came in, so that's a good thing. And then, so they know that I'm in here, and of course I signed the little guest register. I noticed some folks don't do that. They only sign it when they arrive. But they would like to know somebody is in here, so that if there was an earthquake or a situation or something along those lines, they know how many people are in here. They know who all is in here. So, especially with the rocking and the rolling that's taking place right now. And I was watching Earthmaster through my Ecosia app. I like planting trees. So through the Ecosia app and checking out the tremor counts. And whoa, he even did a whoa, and how much they are elevated currently. And then the sunspots, the quite growing situation with the sunspots. One particular sunspot that is growing and has already sent like little mystery waves, or some of them, in this direction. Excuse me. I also heard that, Stefan Burns did an update on that. So Stefan Burns and Earthmaster are the two that are my go-to. And then I have my two astrologies, and that being the wisdom one and Eye of Wisdom. So between the two or the four, I get pretty much what I consider the news that I need to know for myself. Now, I do tend to take a look at, I think it's Democracy Now! And then because he does this, the Democracy Now! Kind of gives me a little wrap up. This is what's going on in the news and around the world on I don't even want to know what to call it, level. And then my other go-to is the behavioral arts. Of course, he's kind of off the grid right now, not doing anything. And then there's also the Dr. G Explains. And those are my two for just learning about reading the physical signs. I really go with my gut intuition. I love my intuition. And I have learned over the years to not negate my intuition or push my intuition aside or question myself. I did that for a period of time with, even in the spiritual world, going, and kind of, bypassing my own intuition. And after this last awakening with the year of the dragon and the snake, I'm like, I ain't doing that anymore. Absolutely not. And I'm grateful that I have not. And my time, and I'm still part of the family, I just haven't been, I've taken these 2 weeks. Thank you, Spirit. Taking these 2 weeks. Not what you would consider a strict Mona, but pretty much a Mona. I mean, I'm talking right now. And I've only done a couple of updates I think I did one when I landed here, shortly after I landed here, and maybe a little microcosm of one. But since I'm completely alone in the human sense with Mother Earth right now, here in the mines, just so grateful. So grateful. I've been doing my Devil's Club tea. And I also, my mushroom trilogy mix was actually making me nauseated. And so I ditched that. And I was only doing, like the 1 to 2 cups in the morning and then switching over to tea in the afternoon, but it was still kind of like, ugh. And some of the teas, it's like, ugh, can't do this anymore. And so, at least not for this 2-week period of time. However, what I've heard so clearly, and thank you, Spirit, is ditch that powder stuff. And I have this like cute little cactus, like you put your tea stuff in there, your leaves and whatnot, and it's for tea. Well, I'm using it for the coffee. And so I'm filling it up, and I have my little strong 1 cup, refill it to keep it hot. And then, it basically becomes hot water after a while because the grounds just don't release anymore. And then switching it, and actually using my hot pot currently, and I'm only supposed to do this for a little while I am here, is the Devil's Club, and then put that back away and keep that for my medicine. So that has been, I feel a difference there, and the actual coffee versus the instant, and they say there's really not much of a difference, but I don't know, there was something going on there. I think it was the cacao or the mushroom, one of the two, but that little trilogy was like, oh, you need to stop this, because I do microdose a mushroom complex, and so that microdosing is all the mushroom that I currently need, is what I've heard clearly, just because it has a mixture in it. She's very, very clear to do that, and it's native. It's from the reservation. It's a native company, and for that I'm also very, very grateful. So I'm completely off of the sugar, and there was even a couple of the dark cacao bars. I was like, I can't do this. It just didn't taste right. So that, I'm like, whoa, so I'm not even doing the sugar. And let's see, what else? The processed foods. Well, other than my shake that I do, they're pretty cooked fresh stuff. There was a can of soup that I tried, and I was like, oh man. Whether it was the soup or the detox, I'm not sure, Spirit. I'm not sure, Mother Earth. But I do know, also, oh yeah, I gotta ditch that peanut butter stuff that I have. And then, the mix. I dumped the entire nut fruit, whatever my little snack mix was, because that was, oh, gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. I actually went through and I picked out all the banana chips because Chief loves the banana chips, and the ginger, and the rest of it just had to go. I'm like, oh, that, and start all over again with just the nut mix and the banana chips. I have the pickled ginger now, and so definitely the pickled ginger, because there's no sugar, there's no anything. It's pickled ginger from Japan. I'm like, oh yeah, thank you, thank you. So there's been a whole 2-week detox reconfiguration. I've got a couple of days left, but we have a winter storm warning, and it is to be here by 6 o'clock this evening. So we're gonna do one more really good hike because Chief does not like the cold. I had to practically pick him up and carry him outside this morning. It's actually warmer here in the mine than it is outside. Now, go figure that one. And it's supposed to rain, 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 rain. So I need to get out my little rain gear so I can make it from here to the mine. And from the mine back to my little, they call it a cabin. For me, it's like a little miniature apartment. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm not being very quiet. From what I heard, just to sit in the quiet. Listen to this little cricket over here. But yeah, it's been a priceless couple of weeks. Priceless couple of weeks. Challenging. I had my moments with myself, and some of them were longer moments than just a moment. Yeah. I don't know. And I'm grateful to not know. I'm grateful to listen, to follow my guidance. And to just enjoy the silence with myself and where all of this is leading. Whatever. I'm just, okay, it's time to go and listen. Hey, hey.